Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua B'Shem Kodash. Breaking news, breaking news. Really, this is as of 4 days ago, but it's still in the news. 4 days, 3 days ago. Moab. I'm entitled this video Moab and the chief prince are not playing. China said they would shoot down Nancy Pelosi's plane if she was on her way to Taiwan, because China is planning on invading Taiwan and making it a province of the Chinese Republic. So they ain't playing. So they made a straight up threat, and the chief prince, which is Russia, Gog and Magog, or Gog, they made threats against the U.S. And the U.S. does not want to get involved because, as Joe Biden said back sometime in February, end of February, there was a press conference as to what the U.S. president is going to do concerning the invasion of Russia. The chief prince, the attack on the Ukraine, because it was up in the air. We all remember that, whether they're going to attack, whether they're going to sit down at the bargaining table. But the Russians went ahead, gave them an ultimatum, gave them a chance to sit down, gave them a chance to surrender, and they said, okay, we're going to declare war. And they did. So it's a bloody war going on right now. And at the same time, going back in February, before February, it's been news abroad that China actually wants Taiwan. So you have major representative Nancy Pelosi, trying to negotiate and, get the U.S. takes the side of Taiwan over China. But you got to understand, China is the new world power. You had two world powers, Russia and the U.S., and now you have a third world power coming up, which is the dragon, and Amos 5. They went to put their hand on the wall, and the serpent bit them. And that serpent is China, which is known as the dragon. So I'm just going to read a couple of these headlines, news clips, and I'm going to close it. It said, Pelosi, Pentagon worried China would shoot down her plane. 4 days ago, U.S. Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, hinted that the Pentagon expressed concern her plane would get shot down by the Chinese. And if you read on, if she attempts to go to Taiwan, look up the word hegemony, which means the bully of the block. The bully is losing their power. The bully is getting old. So you have, two more bullies on the block, which 1 and 2 is Russia and China. U.S. worried that China could declare no-fly zone over Taiwan. U.S. worried that China could declare no-fly zone over Taiwan. Do you know what that means? That means if there's any plane, fighter jet, any type of plane, commercial plane flies over Taiwan or is trying to make an approach to land in Taiwan, no-fly zone means if we see you up there, we're blowing you out the sky. So in essence, when they said if Pelosi is in that region, we're going to declare that region as a no-fly zone and we're going to blow you out the sky. This was as of 3 days ago. The U.S. is anxious that China could declare a no-fly zone over Taiwan in response to a potential visit to the island by House Speaker Nancy. Now, remember, Nancy was one of the people that went over there, representatives that went over there to visit with Zelensky. And this was as of 3 hours ago. China threatens to shoot down Nancy Pelosi. And this is from Off Grid. Let me click on this. Okay, this is off. China threatens to shoot down Nancy Pelosi's plane if it tries to land in Taiwan. And this was put up by Off-Grid Desert Farming with Paul and Adrian. And this individual, he's on Odyssey. So he dedicates a whole hour to this situation. And this was put up a couple of hours, 3 hours ago. Today is the 25th. So Russia's not playing and China's not playing. And eventually they are going to lock horns. China's an ally, or Russia's an ally to China. You know, you have NATO, and now you have the counter to NATO is the BRICS nations, which you have, potentially you have two new members, Argentina, which is in South America, where the tribes are located. And the other one was Iran. What does Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, say? So let me read on. This was 4 days ago. Pelosi says military afraid China would shoot down plane. Now, could you imagine that actually happening? That's a clear declaration of war. That's World War III right there. But Russia doesn't seem like it's playing, or they're not playing. And China doesn't seem like they're playing games. And they're fulfilling prophecy. Because the Most High is going to use these nations. The number one nation, the leading nation, is the chief prince, which is Russia. Russia is two Hebrew words, a compound word, meaning chief prince or head prince. 3 hours ago, China threatens strong measures if Pelosi travels to Taiwan. A Chinese government spokesman reissued his warning to the U.S. on Monday, which is today, about House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's planned visit to Taiwan. And just in case you don't know, FYI, nobody's joining the U.S., any of the branches of the military, because it's, you know, is keyed up to go to war. Nobody wants to join the military in the middle of a war. That's why you have a thing called a draft. This was 2 days ago. China strengthened warning to U.S. about Nancy Pelosi 2 days ago. I think what the president was saying is that maybe the military was afraid our plane would get shot down or something like that. And you can click on that and read the rest of it. China threatens, this was as of 6 days ago, China threatens strong measures if Pelosi visits Taiwan, CNBC. China warns U.S. of forceful measures 6 days ago, as of 6 days ago, if Nancy Pelosi visits. Scriptures say, let the weak say I'm strong. At one time, China was a weak province. People looked down on China. Now China is a world power. This is from CNN 4 days ago. Pelosi possible visit to Taiwan raises concerns. China and CNN, Biden administration officials are concerned that China could seek to, Chinese plane have not entered the island's territorial airspace. And that's clearly a no-fly zone. They're making it a no, declaring it as a no-fly zone, meaning any plane that's not authorized to be in that area will get shot down. They don't care if Biden's in the plane. It says White House, and I'm going to close on this. It says White House clashes with Pelosi over Taiwan spills into open. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.